Once upon a time, in the groovy 1960s, a bunch of brilliant computer scientists entered the scene. They were determined to improve the world of technology by creating systems for time-sharing computer resources. It all started with J.C.R. Licklider, a visionary mind who pondered about a universal network while hustling at both Beranek and Newman. Later, he took charge of the Information Processing Techniques Office, IPTO, at the Advanced Research Projects Agency, ARPA, within the United States Department of Defense. Unbeknownst to most, two extraordinary minds were simultaneously delving into the world of packet switching, a cornerstone of the internet we know today. Paul Baran and Donald Davis were independently exploring this intriguing concept. Baran started his quest in the early 1960s, while Davis joined the chase in 1965. Then came the unforgettable Symposium on Operating Systems Principles in 1967. It was here that the notion of packet switching from the proposed NPL network merged seamlessly into the blueprint of the ARPANET. This experimental resource-sharing network was dreamt up by ARPA on a mission to push boundaries and discover new horizons. The wheels were set in motion on the 29th of October 1969, as the ARPANET connected two nodes, bridging the gap between the University of California, Los Angeles, UCLA, and SRI International, SRI. Excitement filled the air as the third site, the University of California, Santa Barbara, jumped on board, closely followed by the University of Utah. Signs of exponential growth appeared as 15 sites were linked to the fledgling ARPANET by the end of 1971, capturing the essence of those early years. A groovy film titled Computer Networks, The Heralds of Resource Sharing hit the screens in 1972, immortalizing the pioneers who set the stage for what was to come. Fueling an ever-growing decentralization, the ARPANET spread its wings, weaving a vast web of communication that connected remote centers and military bases across the United States. Not to be outdone, other badass networks like the Merit Network and Cyclades emerged during the late 1960s and early 1970s, ushering in a new area of research and user-driven innovation. Thanks to the generous funding by the National Science Foundation, NSF, the Computer Science Network, CSNET, came to life, expanding the reach of this revolutionary network. The stage was set, as in 1982, the Internet Protocol Suite, TCP/IP, stepped onto the scene, ready to usher in a new area of interconnected networks across the globe. It was in 1986 when TCP/IP network access received yet another boost. The National Science Foundation Network, NSFNet, opened the gates to supercomputer sites in the United States, offering researchers lightning-fast speeds of 56 kbit/s, later evolving to 1.5 mbit/s and 45 mbit/s. The impact was undeniable, captivating academic and research organizations in Europe, Australia, New Zealand, and Japan by 1988 to 89. But wait, there's more. While other network protocols like UUCP and PDT, public data networks, had already connected people far and wide, this spectacular moment in history officially marked the birth of the Internet as an intercontinental network. 1989 was an unforgettable year for both the United States and Australia. It was the year that signaled the arrival of commercial internet service providers, ISPs, forever changing the way people connected and communicated. As time marched forward, the ARPANET gracefully bowed out of the spotlight, decommissioning in 1990. Semiconductor advancements and optical networking emerged, creating a realm of untapped economic potential. These developments paved the way for commercial involvement in expanding the network's core and delivering services to the masses. It all began in the mid-1989, when two pioneers, MCI Mail and CompuServe, ventured into uncharted territories, establishing connections to the Internet. With this breakthrough, they opened the doors to a new era of communication, but that was just the beginning. Just a few months later, on a fateful day, January 1st, 1990, a trailblazer called SciNet came forth, providing an alternate internet backbone specifically designed for commercial use. This network would greatly contribute to what later became the bedrock of the commercial internet. As the year progressed, monumental milestones were achieved. In March 1990, a high-speed T1 link, boasting a staggering 1.5 Mbit/s, was installed between the NSFnet and Europe, signifying a quantum leap in communication technology, far surpassing the limitations of satellites. Meanwhile, behind the scenes, a visionary named Tim Berners-Lee worked tirelessly, fueled by his passion for information sharing. After years of persuading and convincing the higher-ups at CERN, he hunkered down and began crafting what would become the cornerstone of the modern internet, the World Wide Web. By Christmas 1990, Berners-Lee had woven together a masterpiece, equipped with all the necessary tools for a truly immersive web experience. The Hypertext Transfer Protocol, HTTP 0.9, the Hypertext Markup Language, HTML, and the world's very first web browser, an HTML editor with the power to access Usenet newsgroups and FTP files. Truly a revelation. In 1991, the Commercial Internet Exchange, CIX, emerged, acting as a pivotal link between SciNet, SurfNet, and Alternet. This unprecedented collaboration solidified the commercial internet's position as an unstoppable force. Financial institutions began to realize the potential of this revolutionary technology, with Stanford Federal Credit Union becoming the first to embrace it and offer online internet banking services to all its members in October 1994. Other notable pioneers soon followed suit, and in 1996, the cooperative bank known as Op Financial Group joined the ranks as the second online bank in the world, and the first in Europe. It wasn't until 1995 that the internet achieved complete commercialization in the United States, with the decommissioning of NSFnet, lifting all remaining restrictions on the internet's use for commercial purposes. In the realm of ever-advancing technology and flourishing commercial opportunities, a fascinating transformation took place. Internet traffic, much like the scaling of MOS transistors in Moore's Law, began to demonstrate remarkable patterns. It doubled every 18 months, just like the mythical phoenix rising from its ashes. This incredible growth, known as Edholm's Law, was fueled by remarkable advancements in MOS technology, laser light wave systems, and remarkable noise performance. The impact was profound, forever altering the world as we knew it. Since 1995, the internet has woven its vibrant threads into the very fabric of our culture and commerce. Email, instant messaging, and telephony became the heralds of near-instant communication, connecting people across vast distances. Voice over Internet Protocol, VoIP, brought the world closer, allowing two-way interactive video calls that bridged oceans and continents. And oh, the World Wide Web, with its enchanting discussion forums, captivating blogs, tantalizing social networking services, and alluring online shopping sites. The possibilities seemed endless. Through fiber optic networks, information now dances through cyberspace at astonishing speeds of 1 Gbit/s, 10 Gbit/s, or even more. It is a living, breathing entity, ever growing and evolving, fueled by the insatiable desire for knowledge, commerce, entertainment, and connection. During the late 1990s, the public internet experienced a mind-boggling growth rate of 100% per year. The number of internet users surged, with estimates ranging between 20% and 50% annual growth. This remarkable expansion was made possible by the lack of a central authority, allowing the network to organically flourish. The internet protocols, with their open and non-proprietary nature, fostered interoperability among vendors and prevented the dominance of any single entity over the network. And the numbers speak for themselves. As of March 31, 2011, a staggering 2.095 billion individuals, roughly 30.2% of the world's population, were part of the vast internet community. But here's the remarkable thing. Back in 1993, the internet carried a mere 1% of the information flowing through telecommunication networks. By the year 2000, that figure had skyrocketed to 51%, and by 2007, an astonishing 97% of all telecommunicated information traversed the internet. And so, this captivating tale continues to unfold, driven by our insatiable hunger for knowledge, connection, and exploration. The internet, a realm without borders or boundaries, invites us to embark on an extraordinary journey, a journey where the limitations of time and space melt away and the winds of endless possibilities propel us forward.
Hope you liked the video and learned something new from it. If this is, leave a like and a follow.